Sigrid, Griff, congratulations on the new single.
Thank you.
I absolutely love it. After months of teasing us on Instagram, it is out. Griff, how does it feel to finally have it out there?
Oh, so good. Like, I'm really excited to be doing this collab. I think sometimes collaborations can feel a bit forced and not right, or like the artists really want to do it. But like, I think the fact that me and Sigrid have a good relationship makes this whole process really exciting. So yeah.
So before we talk about the actual collab, Sigrid, can we go back to the very beginning? Do you remember the first time you and Griff actually met?
Yeah, so Griff and I, we met in London last summer. And I remember I was just feeling a bit like, a bit lonely in London. I had been there for a little bit. And then we saw each other at this event. And I think we're just really happy to see a friendly face and someone, we knew each other a little bit just like from the internet, I guess. Yeah, and it was super nice. And we hung out and then we went to the studio afterwards.
So, Griff, how do you go from hanging out to going to the studio afterwards and working on this?
Do you know what? I don't know. Often what happens is the manager gods that be kind of control your diary. So I'm sure our teams were like, oh, they're both in town, like they should come together. I just saw a Sigrid studio session in my diary one day and I was like, oh, great. So yeah, that's kind of how it happened. And then we were just hanging out that day and trying to write a song. And then we wrote Head on Fire. So yeah.
Sigrid, when you do see that in your diary, you go, okay, a studio session with Griff. You go in and go, oh, this is going to be exciting. But is there a part of you that goes, the pressure, we have a day to bang something out?
Good question. I mean, of course, like our teams would be very happy if we wrote like a song. So you do feel like you have to finish something. But I think I just walked in there and I was more there to just hang out, Sarah, and talk about life.
Yeah,
I think we both needed it a bit at that time as well.
We did.
So, but that's where just often the songs come from, when you just feel like you have to talk.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was really nice.
Griff, do you remember how you felt the first time that you finished singing the song together and you went, this is it, we have it, this is our song?
It's funny because it wasn't like an immediate process. We finished the song on the day, like we recorded it, and then often I think you're never sure from a studio day and you walk away and then the producer will send you the song after 2 weeks. But I do remember like driving in my car and the producer sent the song and I was like, oh, this feels really, really, really good and really exciting. And so I texted my A&R like, I don't know if Sigrid would be up for doing this. So yeah.
Sigrid, what was it like for you? Because I mean, the past 18 to 24 months have just been mad and such, we've literally been isolating and doing things on our own. So when you can come together and not only celebrate this song, but record a music video, not at home on your iPhone, trying to get creative, but actually doing it with Griff and with a whole team around you. What was those few days like?
Really nice. And I think, there's one thing these past 2 years have taught us is maybe to just, take the opportunity when it comes. This is the first collab I am doing. And I think, it was really good to just, I don't know, just do it, I think you just cherish every moment you get to be on stage. And like when we played Reading in Leeds Festival, that was sick to just like actually be on a stage. Griff's going on tour soon, which is super exciting. So
it's all really exciting because the world is starting to reopen. You guys get to do what you love most. Sigrid, you've said that where have I got it here? You've said there's a part of me that comes out when I play live. It's my superpower. Tell me about that feeling.
Oh, it's amazing. It is the best feeling in the world. I think just every song comes alive when it does get played live, when you can hear it. Like it's a different thing when a song comes from a speaker and when it comes from like a full PA system and it's blasting and like you feel the song, you don't hear it.
You can see it when you perform as well. Sorry, I always think like as a person, you're like, as a performer, you're like fierce, you know, in the best way
Oh.
possible. As a person, it's like you're super lovely and chill, and then suddenly she's on stage, you're like, whoa, you're a boss. So it's exciting, yeah.
Do you find that, Griff, that when
Thanks,
you
mate.
take to the stage, whatever you may be in your personal life, you just forget about any doubts and stuff that you have, and it does feel like you're putting on this invisible cape and you're going on and becoming, as you said, this fierce person on stage that you may not be in real life.
Definitely. I think,
Yeah.
there's
Go
a
on.
jeopardy to it because there's an audience. And I think every musician has that thing in them where essentially what we're doing is saying, like me, like my music, like me, be impressed by me. And so you kind of have to just, you have no choice but to just give it everything in that moment when you perform, even if it's like 100 people or if it's like a festival. So yeah.
How different is it though when you are performing in front of your peers at awards ceremonies? Griff, you've done that a bit lately.
Ugh. It literally like makes me sick to my stomach. Because that was my first taste of live, because I was obviously like grew quite a lot in lockdown, and my first big performance was Brit, and I remember like I just feel so sick in the lead up to it because I just knew who was in the audience. I knew like Dua Lipa was in the audience. I knew that, I don't know, Taylor would probably see me perform, and that for me was like the worst thing ever. I think there's something nice about being at a festival and knowing that people are just enjoying it, but knowing that it's your peers, I feel like yeah, it's a lot more daunting.
What's that like for you, Sigrid? Do you have the same sort of feeling when you're backstage and going, okay, I'm about to go on stage and people I actually love and look up to are watching me perform?
Yeah, it's a big difference. And also just doing TV compared to like a festival or a show, it's like completely different setups. But yeah, when you do like big stuff like that, like big TV stuff, it's also nice in a way. I kind of love everything that goes on around. We also both did like a Radio 1 event, I remember.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's so much stuff going on, like people flying everywhere. So
yeah, it's true.
You can't really think too much about being nervous either, because there's always like something going on. I also don't like love the feeling of being at a venue and you just sit there all day and you wait to go on stage. You're just like, ah, right.
So what do you do to get rid of that feeling? Like, you know, because you get there hours earlier and you're like, okay, let's pretend that, you know, this is not happening right now.
I mean, I've been playing a lot of Sims. That's been my coping mechanism.
So
Gaming. I do love Sims. Yeah. What do you do?
I actually don't know. I'm starting to feel the nerves now as we're talking about it. I get super nervous. I don't know. I try and distract myself. I don't know. I'll try and just get on with some work or do something or go somewhere or like chat to people so that I'm not just waiting for it. But yeah.
Great.
It's always good for going for like lunch or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Your friends or your band, that helps.
Well, Sigrid, did you do that when you were in Dingle? Because it's always great to see you back at Other Voices. Tell me about that.
Dingle. It's my favorite place on earth. It was so much fun to be there. We were there right before Christmas. Yeah, massive honor. Love Dingle. Ended up by a piano with Irish...
Sigrid. I saw Sigrid like a couple days after you did this, and I had no idea what this was. And I was like, Sigrid, why are you just like drunk on a piano in Ireland? She was like, it was the best time ever. Yeah,
that's the great
I probably couldn't stop talking about it. Yeah.
Well, that's the great thing about Dingle, isn't it? And Other Voices. It's such, you know, it must be phenomenal to be able to play arenas and get all that, you know, that crowd participation. But there's got to be nothing like an intimate show like Dingle.
It's true. And also everything that happens in Dingle after the show.
What happened in Dingle after the show that you can tell us?
Just that we all got really wasted and we were on the piano playing all the hits back to back. And no one was allowed to like play their own stuff. It was all like, it was only hits.
I love
that. It
that.
was great. Beatles, Oasis, Robbie Williams.
So good.
It's great. Yeah, Griff, you should go to Dingle. It's great.
Yeah, hopefully we will have you there soon, Griff, but we are having you here at the Academy at the end of March. But before then, how are you feeling next week? I actually just got butterflies in my tummy. It's not even happening to me. Next week, you're kicking off your headline tour in Washington. I
am. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's pretty terrifying. I think it's like America's new territory, and America is always like, as for a musician, it's this new beast that you've always got to conquer. And it's like when you're not from there, you've got to work like 1,000 times harder to like be someone there. So I think I felt really encouraged that the tour sold out. So yeah, now we've just got to go and have a good time. But yeah.
Griff, have you had a chance to sort of just sit there and take everything in? Because I was thinking, I only spoke to you, the very first time I spoke to you was a couple of years ago for the Disney Christmas song. A lot has happened in those couple of years.
A lot has happened.
Yeah. Do you sit there sometimes and just go, my life, what?
I do and I don't. I think over Christmas I did a bit, and I was like, whoa. Because I think when you're in the details of it, honestly, you kind of go through the motions and you stop being grateful for it. And so it's really important to like discipline yourself and actually like step back and go like, whoa, like this is incredible. Because I think you can become very self-critical and you're always moving on to the next thing. So I think over this holidays, I definitely like took it all in, and it was, yeah, quite scary.
Sigrid, how do you make sure that you're not, because like Griff, you've had an incredible few years and, you know, we're always told to chase that next thing. How do you make sure that you're not always chasing and that you're in the moment and actually enjoying?
It's hard. There's definitely a massive Norwegianness in me with like the work-life balance, and I like to retreat to Norway in between my trips to London and the US and stuff, to just go skiing and cook and appreciate other things. But I don't know, I love my job so much, and I'm ambitious and I want to see how far I can take it. So yeah, I don't know, maybe that keeps me going.
Well, we're all enjoying it. As I said, you're coming back to the 3 Arena the 18th of March. What are you looking forward to about that?
Oh my God, hearing everyone in the audience, I really, no, I don't know, wow, that is a lot to take in. No, I got a bit nervous. I'm
Sorry.
really excited to, no, I'm really, really excited to see everyone. The last time we played through Arena is like one of my favorite moments in my life, and my family was there, and for them to see everything that's happening outside of Norway was just incredibly exciting. And Irish fans are the best. Yeah. Sorry, but you guys, yeah, you are.
I've got to say, and I can say this because I'm Australian, and I think Australian fans are amazing. But then I went to a gig in Ireland, and they just went off. And like just talking about it, I haven't been to a gig in a couple of years now, and just thinking about being in that audience and having people come together for a couple of hours. How do you receive that emotion? Because that must be overwhelming as well.
It's an insane feeling, and it is my number one favorite thing about doing this is to play these shows. And my favorite thing about playing in Ireland is that often I don't feel like we are the one who actually run the show. And you can go up there and you have this like armor on you of like, I'm gonna impress people, and then you do that for like a couple of songs, but then you've warmed up the Irish audience, and then they just go shit really crazy and take over the whole thing, and it's amazing every time. So yeah, I can't wait to see how loud it's going to get for the next one.
Well, I can't wait to be there and witness that. And Griff, I can't wait for you to experience that at the Academy.
I can't wait. I'm ready for it.
Oh yes. Yeah, we're ready to have you here too. I know you've only just released your single, but is there plans to do more together?
I think maybe, we never know.
You never know.
Yeah, at the moment, like we said, we're trying to just enjoy this moment and really, just enjoy this collaboration. But I'm sure we'll cross paths and keep writing and keep seeing each other and hanging out. So yeah.
That's very exciting. Well, listen, you guys have got a very exciting 2022 ahead of you. Enjoy it all, and cannot wait to see you both here in Ireland.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.